Hey, Dorico Cherry coming at you again today from DoricoCherry.com. I'm excited you landed on today's video because we're going to talk about MLM objections and more specifically, how you actually handle them, how you should handle them. So make sure you stick around. Okay, so MLM objections. If you're just getting started in this industry, if you've been in this industry for any amount of time, you will come across people objecting to whatever opportunity that you have. But how you actually handle yourself, that's actually what separates, the successful people, people who go on to build big teams and big businesses from the people who, end up quitting, from letting people get to them, from, putting up just a little bit of resistance. So I'm going to show you exactly how to overcome those. Okay, so one of the a common MLM objection that you're going to hear sometime is, well, how much money are you making? And this is a bad question from the get-go. All right, so it doesn't matter if you're making $5,000 a month or $5 a month or $1, whatever. It has no bearing on their prospect. So the best response when your prospect asks you that is, hey, it's not about what I make, it's about what you're going to do. All right, so you put the focus back on them. Let them know it's not about what you're doing. Okay. The second objection that you may get from time to time is, hey, I need to talk about it with my spouse. Okay. Now, you can actually use this. You have to be kind of careful. I like to call it, I've heard this term used before. It's called carefrontation. You actually care about them. But when they say something like that, you can come back and say something along the lines of, hey, prospect, did you have to go ask your spouse? Can you keep going to that job that's keeping you guys broke? Now, it sounds a little harsh, but I mean, it makes them pony up. It makes it, makes them step up to the plate. Okay, so the third MLM objection that you may get from time to time is, well, my friend told me that these things don't work. Really? Well, here's a good comeback from that. You can ask them, well, how much money does your friend currently make? And usually what you'll find out is that, number one, they don't really make that much money. And number two is they're actually still working a job and they've never had any type of success in this industry. So the point of this is, the response you should say is, hey, do you always take advice from your broke friends? Again, it's a little tough, but that's the reality of it. You don't want them taking financial advice from people who don't have what they want. Okay, who are not in a financial situation that they would like to be in. So that's a great way to come back on that. The fourth thing is, if they come back and say, the fourth objection that you may get is, well, I don't know if I can afford it. Now, there's two different responses that you can say to this. If you're early on in the presentation or in the content exposure, you could say something like, well, look, prospect, it doesn't cost you anything to look at it. Okay, that's a great way to come back there, but only use that if you're early in the process. Now, if you're a little further along and they say something like, well, I don't know if I can afford this. Well, you can come back and say something like, well, prospect, frankly, with what you shared with me, I don't think you can afford not to do this. Okay, so you can only use that if they've actually told you a solid reason why, and you normally get that at the beginning. So I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love to hear your comments below. If you're not on my email list, make sure you go ahead and subscribe over the top right-hand corner. Throw your name and email address in there. And just for doing it, I'm going to shoot you over a free Instagram cheat sheet that's going to show you how to get 21+ leads a day for your business. Hope you have an awesome day. See you in the next video. Take care.